Unfortunately, like I said, a lot of women, they find that the imams are not really listening to them. But sometimes they have to go to non-Muslim courts to dissolve their marriage. And it's just a thing where, because again, the women's testimony is not really believed or is disregarded, unfortunately. But that's not the case for the man. If the man were to say that he wants a second wife because he's not sexually satisfied, how many qadis or imams will say that, give me evidence?
It's your right. Yeah.
It's your right.
Yeah.
You know?
Take it.
So again, it's just like a double standard that unfortunately we do have in the Muslim community. We have to be very honest with ourselves. And again, we have to look at the example of the Prophet and the early companions rather than looking at some understandings from some scholars that might be culturally informed, and it might be being correct in certain particular societies. Like we know that the concept of virginity testing doesn't exist in terms of in Islam. But if we're honest, if you look at Islamic history, there were some scholars who encouraged virginity testing because in one particular period in the parts of North Africa, I'm not going to say the country, because it was believed that a number of the women were engaging in premarital intercourse. So that a lot of the men were thinking that they were marrying virgins when they were not virgins. So that's why some of the scholars said, okay, take the woman before you get married to see a female medical doctor to examine whether her hymen is intact, because they believed an intact hymen was proof of virginity. Now we know that not every woman has a intact hymen. That was something that they introduced in terms of because a lot of people are, lying. Let's just...
So as a prevention
of divorce or whatever.
Yeah.
Subscribe to Mindscape Podcast now,